Berryhill, Block, Canella, De Leon, Fuller, Gaines, Galgiani, Glazer, Hall, Hancock, Hernandez, Hertzberg, Hill, Hueso, Huff, Jackson, Lada, Leno, Leyva, Liu, McGuire, Mendoza, Mitchell, Monning, Morlock, Morrell, Wynn, Nilsson, Pan, Pavley, Roth, Runner, Stone, Vidak, Wykowski, Wolk.
I'm shocked. The secretary notices the absence of a quorum. Colleagues, it is 9:06. Sessions called for 9 o'clock. Would the members of the State Senate please come to the State Senate floor for our Thursday morning 9 a.m. session? All senators, please, to the Senate floor. beyond the rail and in the gallery, please rise. We will be led in prayer this morning by our chaplain, Sister Michelle Gorman, after which please remain standing. We will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag by Senator McGuire.
As we center ourselves in God's holy presence, I'd like to read from a poem by Mexican poet Corral Braco called From the Light. That delicate flame, eternity, is falling, slanting on this light. From this garden, so composed, from this shadow, eternity lifts its latch onto time, and there in it, objects are magnified. They sink themselves in deeper, and it holds them, then renders them back like this, very clear, full, abundant. Breezy, brimful of their own sunny selves, their festival glory. Solid and separate, they bring places, time and space together, those neat little gardens, so that they can feel them fully, like perfectly placed stones in a garden, like time's blueprint overlaid on a temple. Loving God, as we are poised today between time and eternity in this Garden of Eden, may our presence radiate lightness and festivity, even as our slanting light sometimes casts shadows. May we know wholeness and holiness in this mysterious place. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Good morning, colleagues. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Thanks, Bernie. I'm not sure. Let me find out. Moreno, is that the PT school group up there?
All right.
Thank you.
Good morning, colleagues. Under privileges of the floor, Senator Gaines. Senator Gaines at Senator DeLeon's desk.
Hey, Zach. So who do you have? Yep. And Anderson. And Lauren's actually here, so that's why I wanted to just confirm.
Colleagues, Senator Gaines, under privileges of the floor at Senator DeLeon's desk. Good morning, Senator Gaines.
Good morning. Thank you, Madam President. I am honored today to be joined by my nephew, Marshall Andrews, and by my father, Bob Gaines. Marshall Andrews, my nephew, recently attended Officer Candidate School in Quantico, Virginia, and was commissioned as a second lieutenant. Marshall graduated from the Marine Corps Infantry Officers Course and is currently serving as the Executive Officer of Headquarters Company 23rd Marine Regiment in San Bruno. It is also an honor to introduce my dad, Bob Gaines, who is 90 years young, and Dad was a tail gunner in a B-17 in World War II. It's a pleasure to welcome both Marshall and my dad to the Senate floor. Thank you.
A warm welcome, please, to Senator Gaines' dad and nephew. And congratulations. Under motions and resolutions, without objection, a photographer will be allowed on the floor for today's session. Senator Gaines? Oh, right. Yeah. Colleagues, any other privileges of the floor? Any privileges of the floor? All right, seeing none, we will move on. Messages from the governor will be deemed read. Messages from the Assembly will be deemed read. Reports of committee will be deemed read and amendments adopted. Under motions, resolutions, and notices, without objection, the Senate journals for May 2nd through May 5th, 2016 will be approved as corrected by the minute clerk. Senator Pan.
Thank you, Madam President. Senators, I would like to request unanimous consent to remove SCR 93 from the inactive file and move it to third reading.
Without objection. Senator Hueso, for what purpose?
Under privileges of the floor.
Without objection.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Today, I'd like to wish everybody a very happy Cinco de Mayo. And I wanted to just share some comments about the historical significance of Cinco de Mayo.
Colleagues, can we please give attention to Senator Hueso? Colleagues over here, if we could please give Senator Hueso our attention. Thank you. Senator Hueso.
Thank you, Madam President. Again, I wanted to wish everybody a happy Cinco de Mayo. And I know we've passed this book out before, but I wanted to encourage everyone to learn a little bit more about California history and to pick up a copy of this book, El Cinco de Mayo, An American Tradition, by our very own David E. Hayes Bautista, here from California, who wrote this book to explain why Cinco de Mayo is so popular in California, where it may not be so in Mexico today. Everyone knows that everyone often confuses this event with a Mexican Independence Day, which it is not. But it memorializes a very important battle that took place approximately during the time of the Civil War in the United States. And back then, the Californios, which were the Mexican-born Californians that were born under the time that California was Mexico, were anti-slavery. And they had a feeling that the French were in cahoots with the American South, the Confederate Army, and that they were working to reestablish slavery in Mexico, and that was part of their agenda. And there was a fear that that was happening, and the Californios fought against slavery in California. They fought against slavery in Mexico, and that battle was symbolic of the ending of slavery in North America. And together with the Civil War, people back then understood that that fight was to also abolish slavery in the United States. It's important to note that the states that were formerly Mexico in the United States, all of them, with the exception of Texas, did not allow slavery when they were introduced into the Union. And that was in part due to the influence of the native Mexicans of those states that were very opposed to slavery. While in California, there were attempts to create slavery, it wasn't by the Mexican-born Californios. And in many cases, years after, they were able to establish some form of slavery for some groups in our state, and that's part of our dark past. But today, we are still celebrating Cinco de Mayo because in that time, there were clubs that were formed to celebrate the significance of diversity in our state and the contributions that the Californios were making. A lot of them were called, there was an early one in Los Angeles, it was called an Hidalgo Society. In my district, there is still an Hidalgo society. And that Hidalgo society has a Cinco de Mayo queen every year. And it is part of this history in California in which these groups were formed to preserve certain values, to preserve certain cultural practices, to continue to educate people about the importance of the Latino community in California. And it's incredible that even today we still have in various parts of the state, in many cases without their knowledge that they had a birthplace based on this event in Cinco de Mayo, you have these organizations that are still celebrating their community's heritage. And this is California's heritage. This is California's history, and it's still very much part of our community today. And while this event has been known to have become a commercialized event, and it's been mistaken in terms of why we're celebrating it, it is a very, very important event in the history of California. It's worth noting. It's worth noting that it still brings people together around a common purpose to celebrate our heritage and to celebrate freedom and fighting against enslaving institutions. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Senators, for allowing me to share this with you today.
Thank you, Senator Hueso. Anyone else wish to make any comments on Cinco de Mayo at this time? All right. Seeing none, we will move on to messages from the governor will be deemed read. Messages from the Assembly will be deemed read. Reports of committee will be deemed read and amendments adopted. Under motions, resolutions, and notices, we've already been there and done that. Consideration of the daily file is our next order of business. Under second reading file, Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1092, 875, 1158, 1265, 1147, 1255 with amendments, 1343, and Senate Bill 1457.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Under Governor's appointments, file item 9, we will pass temporarily on that. Unfinished business, items 13 through 15, unfinished business. File item 13. Pass on file. File item 14, Senator Mendoza. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Concurrent Resolution 116 by Senator Mendoza relative to adult education.
Senator Mendoza.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, SCR 116 is back for concurrence and proclaims the week of April the 3rd through April the 9th of this year as Adult Education Week. Assembly amendments simply added co-authors. This resolution has not received any no votes, and I would respectfully ask for your aye vote today. Thank you.
Thank you. Any debate or discussion on the item? Any debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Anderson. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. Block. I. Canella. De Leon. I. Fuller. I. Gaines. I. Galgiani. I. Glazer. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Hueso. I. Huff. I. Jackson.
Aye.
I. Lara. I. Leno. I. Leva. Liu. I. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. I. Monning. I. Morlock. I. Morrell. I. Wynn. I. Nilsson. I. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. I. Runner. Stone. I. Vidak. Wykowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Please call the absent members.
Allen. I. Anderson. Berryhill. I. Canella. I. Glazer. I. Leva. I. Runner. Vidak.
Ayes 37, no 0. Assembly amendments are concurred in. Senator Fuller, for what purpose?
Republican caucus.
Republican caucus. Very well. The Republican caucus in the Cox Lounge. Mayfield Junior High School that is visiting from Southern California. We're joined by the 8th grade class. Why don't you stand up so we can applaud you? Hold on. We are joined by the 8th grade class and their teachers, Miss Danny and Miss Villarreal. Please join me in giving them a warm California welcome from the State Senate. Colleagues, we are going to go back to governor's appointments, which is file item 9. File item 9, governor's appointments. Senator De Leon.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, we have Stefan Beneto, Alex Solis, as well as Charles Winner. 3 individuals. Charles Winner sounds like a name of a horse for the horse racing board. Alex Solis actually has been a jockey since 1982, and he was the first jockey actually appointed to the horse racing board. Charles Winner is a race horse owner as well as consultant, and Stephen Beneto is a owner of race horses. All of them are being appointed to the horse racing board. With that, Madam President, I respectfully ask that I vote.
Is there any debate or discussion on these appointments? Any debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. I. Block. I. Canella. I. De Leon. I. Fuller. Gaines. I. Galgiani. I. Glazer. I. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Wesso. I. Huff. I. Jackson. I. Lada. I. Leno. I. Leba. I. Liu. I. McGuire. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. I. Monning. I. Morlock. I. Morrell. I. Wynn. I. Nilsson. Pan. I. Pavley. Roth. I. Runner. Stone. I. Vidak. Wykowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Please call the absent members.
Anderson. Fuller. McGuire. I. Nilsson. Pavley. Runner. Vidak.
Ayes 34, no 0. The governor's appointments are confirmed. Moving back to the unfinished business file, file item 15, Senator Bell. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Concurrent Resolution 122 by Senator Bell relative to Autism Awareness Month.
Senator Bell.
Madam President, members, this is a concurrence to the Assembly amendments. They added co-authors. I urge and I vote.
Any debate or discussion on this item? All right. Any objection to substituting a unanimous roll call? Seeing and hearing none, ayes 37, no 0. Assembly amendments are concurred in. Moving to the Senate third reading file. Senate third reading file. Starting with file item 16. And given some time constraints, we're asking that to please bring up items only if that's particularly important. But Senator Hertzberg, your mic is up. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Concurrent Resolution 119 by Senator Hertzberg relative to B.B. Moore Campbell National Minority Mental Health Awareness Month.
Senator Hertzberg.
Is this the Awareness Month thing? No, I'm sorry. I'm the wrong one. I thought it was 16. Pass on file.
Pass on file. All right. Okay. All right. Moving along to file item 17, Senator Mendoza. Pass on file. File 18, item 18, Senator Mitchell.